It has been 20 years since Development Aid from People to People, DAPP, a local NGO, rolled out in Malawi with the aim of promoting social and economic development in the country. The organization embarked on its journey as a second-hand clothes seller in Blantyre in 1995, with the aim of raising resources to help reduce poverty, especially in the rural communities. DAPP Malawi therefore joined hands with the government in its effort in improving lives of the Malawian people.
Yeah, we started in 1995, actually by the selling of second-hand clothes, which was to raise resources for social and economic development in Malawi. And we actually already in the end of 95 started the first social program, which was in Chiratsuru in Chikankeni, called Child Aid. We were about to also start the second project in Malawi, which was a vocational training school, which first started in PIM in Chiratsuru district, with the course in construction, in bricklaying, plastering, and then later we managed to get funding for buildings in Chiratsuru, in Mikulongo, where the school is based now. I think that the work we have been doing has had a huge impact in the very areas where we have been working, mainly because our focus is not to give out handouts or sort of short-term impact, but to actually build the capacity of the communities and the people themselves to take charge of their own lives. And I think, all along, we have not worked in isolation, but we have worked closely both with other implementers in those areas as well as closely with the government on all levels. And therefore, I can say, yes, I think that as DAPP, we have definitely been part of contributing to improving the life of many people over the past 20 years. The scope of work has been expanded because of the many partnerships or funding we've got from both bilateral, local donors and so on in Malawi, for which definitely also I want to say also a big thank for their inputs and contribution towards the development and the implementation of our programs over the past many years.
Chiladzulu district in the southern region is the first to benefit from the organization's projects, with the children's house constructed at Chikankeni Primary School in a DAPP program called Child Aid. The Child Aid program aims at empowering families on how to improve their own living conditions and also training in all issues surrounding a child's well-being, such as food and nutrition, good sanitation and hygiene, education and prevention of common diseases, among others. Today, the Child Aid project has reached close to 400,000 individuals in various districts, including Chiradzuru, Cholo, Blantyre, Kasungu, Chikwawa, and Lilongwe. The second project DAPP started was the DAPP Mikolonge Vocational School, which is situated in Chiladzuru district. Since 1997, more than 8,000 youth have been trained in various skills. Education is a key area of focus for DAPP Malawi. In spite of efforts from various stakeholders, including government, there are many children that are not succeeding in school. Reasons include too few teachers with the requisite skills and experiences to provide inclusive education under the given conditions, namely, too many children per teacher, too few books, and there are hardly any learning materials. DAPP and the government of Malawi, through the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, signed a memorandum of understanding on the establishment of 6 DAPP teacher training colleges, one in each of the 6 educational districts. The organization has further established 3 other training colleges in Cholo, Dowa, and in Zimba. More than 1,750 teachers have already graduated. DAPP also provides in-service support to teachers in more than 270 primary schools in a joint effort with the Ministry of Education to improve inclusive quality education.
Another kind of teacher, another kind of teacher, another kind of teacher, that's my name. I have the keys to open the future, another kind of teacher, yeah.
DAPP teachers are specifically trained to become teachers in the rural primary schools and to make a difference by being committed to do what it takes to make the children learn.
This room we call it Talula room, where there are so many things that we do using locally available resources. As the word Talula, it means teaching and learning using locally available resources. So as you can see around, there are so many things that we've done using the things that we have and that are surrounded us. We do practice to make these things because we are actually will be posted in villages where there are no technological things. So we are learning to do these things, to make these things, so that when we go there, we can use the locally available resources that are there to make things so that the students, the learners that we are teaching should understand clearly.
One notable difference these teachers are highly cherished for in the communities they teach is their efforts to get back girls who had dropped out of school back to the classroom. They also have a unique way of teaching, making sure that education is centered at the learner.
Maphunziro athu akuyenda bwino. Maphunziro amene anachoka ku DAPP matithandiza. Project kumakolopedwa kusesa kumathandiza ana kuti asatenge matenda.
DAPP Malawi is also working with communities in the country in agriculture. DAPP Farmers Clubs organizes and trains smallholder farmers to improve their productivity and raise their living standards. It is a complementary project to government's efforts of improving food security. More than 70,000 farmers have been strengthened through skills in modern agricultural methods.
Inabwera DAPP kuno kuchikwawa. Itabwera DAPP titayilandira alangizi athu anayamba kutiphunzitsa za ulimi wa maenje. Nde ulimi wa maenje timakumba 15 cm. Mulitali timakumba 30 cm. Tsopano kulowa kwa dzenje timakumba 20 cm. Tikatero timaika chimanga chimodzi folo pa dzenje. Tikatero chimanga folo chija imene ijayo timaitenga kuti ndi 1 kg ya chimanga. Tikakumba maenje athu 50 munda muja timadziwira kuti ndi 50 kg ya chimanga. Nde timawerenga munda muja kuti kodi tadzala maenje angati. Nde timatha kumadziwa ngati kuli kubwerera nde kuti amatha kubwerera pochepa. Koma kwambiri timadziwa kuti munda mwathumu takumba maenje mwakuti ndipo tidzatulutsa chimanga matumba okwanira mwakuti. Ulimi wa makolowu timadzala chimanga pa phando, timati maphando. Timadzala chimanga phando, chimanga 10, 8, koma chimanga chonse chicha chimapezeka kuti kuchika pa scale sichimakwana 1 kg chifukwa chimabereka mobwerera.
Women, through Farmer Clubs project, also form village savings groups which offer soft loans to club members for small and medium enterprises.
Abu yandi tukula bakumupanga ndi ana wanga ndi abambo akwathu. Nalo adabu mbadi prinsa za ulimi titataza ba ulimi zija ndi analozana kuti tiyambe baki konde ndi nalo wankonde muje baki konde ija ndi azibabu takaforokozera anachivomera kuti mukhoza kutani kulowa ndi bambo monga wabwino mtima amalipatsa ndrama kumakasiya yani ndrama ku banki konde unya mashare ndi mashare jara kwana mokwanira ine ndinakongola ndrama yokwanira 120 ndi ndinakagula ng'ombe ya 110 so nza kuti 10 naitenga kumaphika mandrasi wakanga ndikubwesera yani ngongole ija pakana ndinamaliza.
The farmers also benefit from other interventions like agribusiness skills, environmental management, and the adult literacy classes, among others.
Asikuya kwaja atithandiza kwambiri chifukwa nazote sitimaziwa kuwerenga pano pati mata mwina munthu watipasa ndrama timatha kuwerenga kuti ndrama izi zilipo mwakuti ndeti kuona kuti tathandizika moyo nalofuta kwambiri chifukwa nazote kupira mwina kusika kuja timatha kubedwa ifo nazote sitimaziwa change kugula chinthu ndrama yemwe akupasa yo mangoti mwina yakwanira pomwe sizimayenera kukhala choncho.
DAPP Farmers Clubs have worked with farmers in Chiradzulu, Mwanza, Chikwawa, Balaka, Neno, Machinga, Zomba, Mangochi, Blantyre, Lilongwe, and Nchisi. DAPP Malawi has projects in areas of health and has reached more than 1.1 million people. With community mobilization, information and behavior change, intervention about how to prevent the spread of HIV and AIDS through the door-to-door program called Total Control of the Epidemic, TCE. DAPP is of the view that only the people can liberate themselves from the burden of diseases.
Atafika TCE 2007 ndati timbikisa kweni kunena kuti sutimenda bezandika chirombo ni mapeto amoyo iyayi tino khabe achiyembekezo ndikumakhulupirira kuti tsiku lina tidzakhalabe monga mmene anthu ena alili. Ndiye nthawi imeneyo anatiphunzitsa kuti timbikitsa ku zamadyedwe temene madya zakasintha monga zipatso ndiwo zamasamba ngati magazi achepa chisoso tinena umadya mapapaya ndi zimene timagwiritsa ntchito.
DAPP health programs operate under a basic structure, where field officers have responsibility of reaching 2,000 to 4,000 people with messages and mobilize individuals to utilize services available, including prevention of mother and child transmission, antiretroviral treatment, tuberculosis treatment, HIV counseling and testing, and diagnosis and treatment of malaria and other diseases. The TCE project was working in Zomba, Blantyre Rural, Blantyre Semi-Urban, and Mulanje. In 2013, a new health program was started in Doha, a part of the National Scaling Up Nutrition Program. The aim of the program is to reduce malnutrition in pregnant and lactating women, infants and children under the age of 5, as well as people living with HIV and AIDS.
Lima limeneli ndoti limatithandiza kuti wani kapezedwe kandalama kamakhala koti vuta kuti tipeze ndalama. Ndiye titaona adabu atatithandiza tinaona kuti apapo atibweretsera programu yabwino imene yoti ifeyo zinali zoti zovuta kuti kodi ino ndalama kuti tipeze 50 kwacha tikagulire tindiwo tamasamba monga mmene umutiuphikira tinyembati nkokuti apo tindiwo tachani tamasamba nkokuti nthawi imeneyi kwa lero titani takwaniritsa tikudi.
The main focus of a community development program at DAPP Malawi is centered on health and hygiene. Families are organized and trained to address health and sanitation. There is an awareness of environmental management and the participation of children. People of all ages have been mobilized to improve sanitation in the communities. Efforts include construction of modern latrines, ensuring that villages have latrines that have hand-washing facilities.
Di kusamba mmanya ndimene zili pamene pajapo amthandiza munthu kuna kuti akakhala kuti walwa mchimuzi muja wayimirira ndiye kuti amatulukamo ndikupita panja kazitsamba mmanya zimene zimafunikira chinthu chimene.
DAPP ndi bungwe lothandiza pachitukuko ndicho linga chokweza miyoyo ya anthu. DAPP imagwira ntchito zosiyana ndicho linga chokweza miyoyo ya anthu. Ntchito za ulimi, ntchito za maphunziro, ntchito za umoyo